Microsoft founder and the philanthropist Bill Gates has also announced a $1 billion donation to the program. And he joins me now on this news hour from London. Mr. Gates, good to have you with us here on Al Jazeera. Can you run through, first of all, some of the diseases that you hope to be able to prevent children dying from with these vaccines?
Today's pledging conference will fund a pneumonia vaccine and a diarrheal vaccine that between them will save over 1 million lives every year. And so these are amazing vaccines that actually in the rich countries all the kids are getting and they take for granted. But up until now, the applications to buy these vaccines had to be turned down because there wasn't enough money. But with price reductions that we've achieved and the pledges being made here today, all the kids in the world will be able to get these vaccines.
Let me ask you first of all then about the fact that the price of the drugs has come down. And I've done a little bit of rudimentary mathematics myself, and I think with 250 million children being treated, it works out roughly at $12 to $15 per child. Now, the vaccines were a great deal more than that. The drug companies have dropped their prices, but I want to turn that on its head. Were they not responsible, perhaps in the first place, for leaving the problem out there? Because for so many years they refused to make the drugs affordable.
Well, the drug companies need to invent these new vaccines. And the fantastic thing is, if the disease also exists in the rich world, then they can have a price that pays for their R&D and encourages them to do new vaccines, but then give the poorest countries a break-even price. And so that's what we've seen. The funds being pledged simply go to pay for that break-even price. Their costs have come down. It's a combination of the progress in their costs and now this donor generosity with the UK in the lead that we've been able to make it work. And for the first time in history, all kids get the great vaccines.
I'm sure everybody agrees it is fantastic that it is going to happen, but it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Well, yes. In the past, it took 20 years between when rich kids would get a vaccine until poor children got those vaccines. And now we still have vaccines to invent. We need a malaria vaccine, an AIDS vaccine, and we're still missing a lot of the children. So some of the money raised today will go to increase that coverage, get up from 80% of the kids closer to 100%, and that'll save a lot of additional lives.
I want to ask you about the fact that we hear from a lot of these donor conferences. I mean, Haiti's a perfect example of this one, where the great and the good stand up and say, yes, 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 we're going to give lots of money, and then the money never appears. Now, you've put a certain lock on this that makes that very unlikely. Am I right?
That's correct. The money that's being pledged here is going to be paid because we watch over this all the time. It is the biggest thing our foundation does is make sure that the vaccine invention and delivery is going well. And so on this one, these are real numbers, real money, and even more importantly, real lives that will be saved.
Let me ask you one question, and we're very grateful for you to coming on this, but just from a personal point of view, which gives you more satisfaction, having risen to the position you did in terms of your power and your influence in the world, or doing something like this?
Well, I had a great privilege to be involved in the personal computer revolution that created the internet revolution, and I love seeing how that's empowering people. I switched a few years ago. My full-time work is now on these health issues, and I love it just as much. It's working with great scientists. It's as fun as writing software code. So vaccines are kind of a magic, and it's in some ways more impactful because it's helping the people most in need.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Bill Gates talking to us from that vaccine donor conference in London.
Thank you.